Welcome to Welcome at Jesus Bible Study. We are going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 132, verse 7. We will go into his tabernacles. We will worship at his footstool. And I'll repeat that. We will go into his tabernacle, and we will worship at his footstool. We worship God with our churches, with our fellow brothers, sisters in Christ. Because when we unite together in his name, we grow in our community and we strengthen our faith. Together, we can fight against the evil that's lurking around in the world. We need to love not just ourselves, each other in the family and church, but we need to love all those that come newly into the churches. We need to accept them, because these are our future brothers and sisters in Christ. God has called them there for a reason. We was all made to worship God. Everybody in this world may not be all of God's children. But believe me, if they're walking into a church to find God, to find who they are through God, they belong to God. We need to pay more attention to them, appreciate them, welcome them. They're the future of our fellowship. They just didn't happen to go, let me just walk on by this church and just go, let me peep in real quick and see if it's all right. Something pulled at them inside deeply. Now we can all see how people act out in the world. Unbelievers, how they get mad and just yell hateful things towards people who are believers and say such things. So when one decides to walk into a church, it wasn't by accident. God is at work. He is behind that. And we need to do our part. See, God doesn't need us, but we should be thankful that he uses us. We are to be his mouth, his hands and his feet while on this earth. And too many times there's too many churches that is using their hands not to help, but using their hands and their mouth to push away what God has called to come in. Y'all being no different than the doctors who get to choose who is going to be helped. Oh, because that patient doesn't have enough money or enough healthcare coverage, they cannot be seen. But yet they came to that place for help. New people coming into the church are coming, they're seeking, they need help. And too many churches is not taking what Jesus said literally to the Pharisees when he's asked, why are you sitting with all these sinners? And he clearly said to them, you know, the healthy don't need a doctor, but the sick do. And we are pushing away who God has called to come to his house and to seek help. It is not us for us to judge who he has called there. I know a lot of churches, there's the homeless are coming and they don't even allow the homeless to come in there. How many of y'all have gone to church and see a lot of churches? Do you see homeless people sitting in that congregation? Oh, wait. Which amazes me, because when you go and see videos and you go and speak to the homeless, they have more belief and more faith in God than the people that are sitting in that congregation. But yet he has called us all to come together. We are to share and what we have learned, what God has revealed to us with other people. We are to share his gospels with everyone. But yet y'all are turning away. No much knowledge you can gain from some of the homeless people that have faith in Christ, that believe in him, how much God has revealed to them. But you're judging too much on who can come in and sit down, who can hear the word, who deserves to be sitting in church and who doesn't. You all like to sit there and speak about racism against, certain types of colors of skins. But do you know that it's racism against such other things as wealth? There's people's status and class, foreigners, handicaps, the homeless. It's prejudice against certain things. And some people are sitting there probably shaking their head like, no, who would be, prejudiced against the handicap in their church? Believe it or not, there's some churches in there that don't want to have people who are handicapped in their church, because they believe that when people see that there is handicapped people in their church, that their church wouldn't be a church of God, because if God was in that place, he would have healed them of their handicap. So therefore it looks bad to have handicapped people in the congregation. Man, the minds of some people and what they think of to be prejudiced against any and everything. We are all called to worship him. We all need to be at his feet, giving him thanks, giving him praise, giving him worship. He is worthy of it all. We need to give him love. In our relationship, too many of us, all we're doing is just taking from God and not giving back. How much are you giving back? Look at yourself. Look what you have to give to God. If you was in a relationship and you saw and you gave all that what God gave, and then you had that partner who was giving what you gave, would you still be in a relationship with that person? Or would you say, see it, I'm out of here, man. I gotta go. There's no way. All you do is take, take, take. You ask, you don't even appreciate me. You take me for granted. He is worthy of so much more than we give him on a daily basis. He does so much more than we can possibly comprehend. He just didn't do one sacrifice for us, which is the ultimate sacrifice, giving his son, but he daily sacrifices for us on a daily. He daily gives us blessings. Just we're too busy complaining that we can't be grateful for what we've got, that we don't even understand that what we have is a blessing. We all want to ask for miracles, but we can't see the miracles that he gives us each and every day that's right in front of our face. He deserves to be worshipped.